Once upon a time, in a peaceful meadow at the edge of an enchanted forest, there lived a young fox named Felix. Felix was a curious little fox with soft, reddish fur and bright, twinkling eyes. He loved exploring the world around him, from the gentle sway of the tall grass to the mysterious woods that bordered his home. Every day was a new adventure, and Felix couldn't wait to see what surprises the meadow had in store. One warm summer evening, as the golden light of the setting sun stretched across the sky, Felix decided to go on one last adventure before bedtime. The cool breeze ruffled his fur as he padded through the meadow, his little paws making soft prints in the earth. The air was filled with the sweet scent of wildflowers, and birds chirped softly as they prepared to rest for the night. Felix trotted happily along, leaping over stones and chasing after his shadow. As the sun dipped lower, a soft glow began to fill the air. Tiny lights flickered all around him, little specks that danced like stars just above the grass. Felix's eyes widened in wonder. He had never seen anything so beautiful before. "Fireflies," Felix whispered in awe. The magical creatures blinked on and off, filling the meadow with a gentle, shimmering light. He watched them with delight as they floated around him, their tiny bodies glowing like stars in the evening sky. The fireflies swirled in the air, forming a glowing path that seemed to lead deeper into the meadow. Felix, full of curiosity, decided to follow. The tiny lights flickered ahead, guiding him through the tall grass and into a part of the meadow he had never explored before. As Felix followed the glowing trail, the night grew darker. The sun had completely disappeared, and the stars now twinkled in the sky above. Felix didn't mind. The fireflies were lighting the way. He marveled at how the forest changed at night. The trees swayed gently in the breeze, casting long shadows, and the soft sounds of crickets chirping filled the air. Eventually, the firefly path led Felix to a beautiful, shimmering pond in the middle of the forest. The surface of the water sparkled with the reflection of the stars, and the fireflies danced above it, their lights flickering like tiny lanterns. Felix sat by the edge of the pond, his heart full of joy at the magical sight before him. But as he gazed around, he began to realize something. He was far from home. The meadow looked different in the darkness, and the glowing fireflies that had led him here were beginning to disappear one by one. Felix's ears twitched nervously. He was all alone, and the soft rustle of the trees and distant sounds of the night creatures made him feel a little uneasy. He wasn't sure how to find his way back home, and for the first time Felix felt a bit scared. Just as Felix began to wonder what he should do, a soft, warm glow appeared above him. He looked up and saw the biggest, brightest firefly he had ever seen. The firefly was much larger than the others, and its light was gentle but steady, casting a warm glow across the clearing. "Hello there, little fox," the firefly said in a soft, soothing voice. "My name is Lumi. I've been watching over you, and I see that you've wandered far from home." Felix looked up at Lumi, feeling a little shy. I was following the fireflies. They were so beautiful, and I wanted to see where they led me. But now I'm lost, and I don't know how to get home." Lumi floated down closer to Felix, her light glowing brighter as she hovered nearby. "Don't worry, little one," she said kindly. "You are never truly lost in the forest. The night is full of friends who watch over you, and I'll help guide you home." With that, Lumi began to float slowly through the meadow, her glow lighting the way. Felix followed close behind, feeling a sense of comfort wash over him. As they walked together, Lumi told Felix stories about the enchanted forest. "Do you know why the stars twinkle so brightly at night?" Lumi asked. Felix shook his head, listening intently. "Each star Lumi explained, is a friend watching over us. They twinkle to remind you that you're never alone, even when the night feels quiet. The stars have been here for millions of years, guiding animals like you and me with their gentle light. Felix smiled as he looked up at the starry sky. The idea of stars being his friends made the night seem far less scary and much more magical. As they continued walking, Lumi told more stories. She spoke of the owl who sang lullabies to the moon, of the deer who danced under the stars, and of the foxes who roamed the forest, finding comfort in the gentle whispers of the wind. The stories filled Felix's heart with wonder and joy, and he felt as though he were part of something much bigger, a magical world that was always there, even when he couldn't see it. Finally, they reached the edge of the meadow, and Felix saw his cozy den nestled under the trees, right where he had left it. He felt a wave of relief wash over him, but he also felt a little sad that his magical journey was coming to an end. Lumi floated above him, her light growing softer. "This is your home, Felix," she said gently. "But remember, the night is always full of light and friends. Whenever you feel lost or scared, just look up at the stars or find the fireflies, and you'll know you're never alone." Felix looked up at Lumi with a grateful smile. "Thank you, Lumi," he said softly. "I won't forget your stories, and I'll always remember the stars." With that, Lumi gave Felix a final warm glow before she floated off into the sky, joining the other fireflies as they twinkled in the night. Felix curled up in his cozy bed of moss inside his den. He felt warm, safe, and at peace, knowing that he had friends in the stars, the forest, and even among the fireflies. As he closed his eyes, the soft glow of the fireflies outside his den lulled him to sleep, and he dreamed of magical adventures under the starlit sky. And from that night on, whenever Felix felt a little nervous about the dark, he would look out at the fireflies and remember Lumi's words. The night is full of friends, and you are never truly alone. Sweet dreams, little one.